So do you believe that government should be able to decide who is and who isn't an essential worker? And do you believe this is a violation of the Constitution, as organizers for the event have argued?
I find the whole thing very unconstitutional, and I think that nobody should be deciding who is essential and who is not essential, because people are living paycheck to paycheck and they're losing their livelihoods because of it, and it's just a really scary world right now. I think the whole thing is just ridiculously unconstitutional, and I feel like we're losing the rights that are ours.
I do believe that it's a violation of the Constitution. You know, who are they to decide what's essential, what's not? Tell you your life or my life is or isn't essential compared to the next person. Should be a group effort, you know, as a community to slow this pandemic, but you can't destroy people's lives in the process. You gotta let the people work.
Yeah, I'll add on to that. Essential is not something that the governor gets to decide. And my definition of essential is, do you work and do you provide for your family, put food on yours and your family's table? If so, you're essential. And you should be at work. If you're sick, stay home. If you have an at-risk family member, stay home and keep them protected. But if you are a breadwinner and you are working, you are essential. And it's not up to the governor to be out there dictating what is and is not essential and picking winners and losers.
I don't think that there's any constitutional authority for the governor to shut down anything. And in addition to that, the way they decided what was essential and what was not, there's really no logic behind it that's based on any kind of science or even alleged science. I mean, for instance, coffee stands are open, but a lot of coffee shops are closed. And if there's any kind of risk of transmission, you could have the same thing between the two. The government somehow decided that one is essential and the other is not. It just doesn't make sense. And I think that's... Do you want to repeat it?
The governor of Washington State doesn't have any constitutional authority to determine what is essential and what is not. It's definitely his duty to keep the economy rolling. Our state has so much debt to begin with keeping up our ratings, and we do have the coffers too, which is kind of the flip side. We have a lot of money saved up, but they just don't pay out the money to what they need to pay out, and they want to take more money in. So certainly we need to keep the economy open, and we need to just let people work, and if people want to stay home because they think that there's a health risk, they can stay home, and people who want to work should go to work.
I think it is unconstitutional. And you know what? Why should government decide for everything, all the small details? I lived in a communist country. Yes, that's communism. And lots of people, they don't know that, but that's coming here. That's a test for communism and implementing these rules, you know, stupid rules that you cannot do nothing, and so that's my opinion.
I believe that due to the free market, essential is whatever the people deem it to be. I believe the government should not be prioritizing one business over another. I've been telling friends and coworkers back home that one of the reasons I wanted to come here today was because I believe that if a business can practice social distancing, as the CDC has recommended, if they can practice social distancing and operate business as usual, then I believe that they should be allowed to do that, because it is very important, especially in a small town like I come from. It's a small economy. Small businesses are important, and by shutting it down, you're hurting a lot of people. So I would agree that deeming some workers over others as essential is unconstitutional, it is unfair, and it needs to stop, and businesses need to be opened back up so that people can start making money and supporting their families again.
First of all, there's no such thing as essential and non-essential in the United States Constitution. All Americans are essential. It doesn't differentiate from them. There's nowhere in the Constitution that a governor has the right to suspend the freedom of assembly, the freedom of speech, the freedom of movement, the freedom to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. This is all a political con job, and that he's unconstitutional in every means. And so it's not even worth getting distracted about what jobs are essential and non-essential. It doesn't matter. So he declares that abortion clinics are essential. You can buy liquor, you can buy pot, but you can't go to church and pray. Come on. He's a con. He's an absolute con. He needs to go back. I'll believe that he gives a damn about us when he gives up his job. He's getting paid. We're not getting paid. When he throws his pension out the window and says his pension is shot to shit like all the rest of ours, then I'll believe that he gives a shit about any of us. Jay Inslee needs to go away. And if you're watching this, you hear it, we are not afraid of you. We are not afraid of you. We're coming. You're answering to us, son of a bitch.